I want to change that whole, oh, she thinks she's black, she wants to be black, why does she act black? You can't act the color. Am I painting myself every day?
Hey y'all, in today's video, we're going to get into Bhad Bhabie. She is 21 years old, born on March 26th. She's known for, Catch Me Outside, How About It? And she also is known for doing OF and making $1 million in either 6 to 12 hours, something like that. But yes, definitely the same day, and making $50 million her first year, which is crazy. Now, don't go on doing some only or OF, because look, she only got like that because people were look at her a certain way at a young age. I do not know what it is, but I swear at least 20% of the men in the world, it's really more than that, but I'm just trying to keep it cute. At least 20% of the men in the world, they like younger girls. That's why you think people just love, or older men love, that 21 to 26-year-old thing. Like when you 35, some people look at that as old. I don't think it's old. I think you as old as you act or whatever. You can be 80 and still young if you act young. You know what I mean? But yeah, we gonna get into the bad behaviors of her boyfriend, the bad behaviors, toxic, of her boyfriend and her mother. Because what I found out, her mother be tripping. Bhad Bhabie was on Dr. Phil's show for being a troubled teen. But look, we was all outside. Not everybody, but I know I was. I was a bad teen. But he sent her to this get well range, a beyond scared straight type of deal. And it was a lot of stuff that went on there. This child, I think, unalived and hurt another, counselor there or whatever. And then she said, they made him sleep on hard floors. It was basically they just wasn't treated well, and it was treated very bad. And the place basically should be shut down. It might be shut down. Who knows?
Remember when Bhad Bhabie was on Dr. Phil? She's known for saying, "Catch me outside, how about that?" Well, in this interview, she had some words to say. Just watch.
Dr. Phil controversy, you called him out on sending you over there to Turnabout Ranch. Do you think he should be held responsible for people like you who he sent over there?
He said that he don't know what goes on after you leave. How do you not know what goes on after, or it's not his problem what goes on after? How do you send multiple minors to a facility in Utah in the middle of nowhere and you don't do a follow-up on them? He damn well did have to do a follow-up on me because my program got extended. I was there for 6 months instead of 100 days. And he was the one who approved me being there for 6 months instead of 100 days. So how do you not know? How is it not your responsibility, but you're still checking up and making sure that they're still there and their program is still finishing out and everything?
Right. So he's negligent then. I mean, he's doing wrong by these kids.
He just don't want to take accountability for it because there's some type of scheme going on where every time he sends a child there, something goes in his favor. I don't know if he gets money. I don't know if it gets him good publicity. I don't know what it is.
All right, so I'm going to have to go into great detail because these videos were on her YouTube, but I heard now they're on Netflix, and I don't know if they're copyrighted or not. So like I said, Bhad Bhabie was a bad child. So Dr. Phil, of course, he sent her to this show. Act right camp, they want to change her behavior. So basically, she was supposed to be there for 100 days. Maybe she wasn't doing good, and she ended up being there for 6 months. When she was just saying basically it was slave labor, and they took her, from her basic necessities, or basic stuff that a child want to do. I mean, I agree they should take it away for a little bit, but 6 months, I would pass away. 6 months, I would get punished, and my mother would take my stuff for a week. 6 months, I just don't know. And I was bad for real. But she said it was no bed, just a sleeping bag. They had to chop wood and stuff like that. So that sounded a little odd.
For the first 3 days, there is no showering. They put you in a circle, which is it's a teepee. It's a little teepee, but it's open. And you have to sit there for 3 days. They wouldn't let me lay down for nothing. I was falling asleep, and they're like, get up. So I'm just sitting here, this is gonna be really bad. When I see anything black, no somebody yells, they strip you from your whole personality. You have to act like just whoever they want you to act like. They tell me, okay, these are what your chores are gonna be. I don't remember what they were, but they're like, these are what your chores are gonna be. This is what you're gonna be doing. Here's your level 1 binder. You do the same thing every day. Chop wood, take care of the animal. This place is all about taking away privileges. Okay, yeah, it's a phone and the privilege, TV, all that, but they take away necessity privileges, like sleeping on a bed, eating good food, not being cold.
Oh yeah, in this video, this is just my opinions. Nothing is to be taken as facts. This is just strict entertainment. But yeah, these camps are really, really bad. Personally, she said that She couldn't even have any interactions with her mother and stuff like that. Personally, if I don't have children, but if I did, even if my child was like really, really bad, I would not send them to nothing like this, because I'm not gonna have contact with my kid for 6 months. I understand a little bit, like, you know, your mother or father might be enabling you, but maybe like I can't talk to him once a week. Like, that's kind of weird. And of course, you know, this is a bad kid camp, and a kid that was really, really bad, that really probably should have been in jail or like in a mental facility. He was in there with, you know, like just like regular bad kids.
One morning I was cleaning up for breakfast, and one of the seven was sitting right next to me, and she heard her walk in, so I heard everything. One of the kids, he had tried to steal a car or something. Everyone was screaming on the walkies like it was really crazy, and he ended up killing the staff members. They made all the kids that were around, he come down, and then they told us how to tell us anything. A day later, they have us all, every kid that's at Turnabout, they have us all in a circle, and they're like, listen, there was an incident, I know some of y'all heard it over the walkies, Jimmy died. And so we're all freaking out, because Jimmy was, like I said, he was one of them that was there the first day I got there. He was really sweet. Not only did Jimmy die, but one of the other staff members that was there at the time, Alicia, who was the daughter of the nurse. Alicia, she was also injured, and 2 years later she was also left disabled after being attacked by Clay. So the mother of the kid Clay who staff, she was married to the brother of the president of the program, which I also believe is a conflict of interest. I don't know why they would do that. So it was really sad. Like, they wouldn't tell us what happened and all that. And any of the kids that were there, like, they couldn't talk about it, but they were like really traumatized by it. Even the ones that weren't there were traumatized by it. Like, I heard it over the walkie. Like, that's scary. Like so you got kids here that are cool. And like I said earlier, my mom had always threatened me as like, oh, I'm sending you away, but she never did it. This was the first time she really did it. Like, I never thought my mom would do this. So what parents need to understand is, if your child is acting out because of trauma, or maybe like the kid's parents got divorced, or just anything like that, you don't send your kid to a program like this. You need to send your kid to a program where they're not being punished, and it's not about, everything's not about you're in trouble, and it's just really, you're just using children to keep your ranch going, and you're not even feeding them or letting them sleep in decent condition. Just doing things that no one would ever want done to their child, and not even, but and doing it to kids who are so helpless. Hey, when you know that you're watching their letters, you know that they don't have any contact with their parents. So I'm not really sure why Dr. Phil still sends kids here. It really doesn't make sense. Like, are you trying to help them, or are you trying to hurt them even more?
So Bhad Bhabie also does rap. I didn't even know she rapped until I'm doing this documentary. But Bhad Bhabie dad allegedly left her at 2, and now he wants to say, like, you know, she's being exploited, she's being groomed and stuff like that. But no, you really don't get a chance to say anything. If you left this young girl at 2, you could be like, you know, her being quote unquote bad, which I feel like bad. A child that's bad is either a mental illness, like it's like a chemical imbalance, or it's just like they want attention because they might not be getting it at home, or something. Maybe they're being touched at home. Like, it's a reason why a child is bad. And she has a really toxic relationship with her mother. Like, she was making all that money, but her mother was keeping all the money and only giving her $500 for the month. So she ended up cutting her off even after she made that $50 million. Like, that $50 million was serious for her. Like, I'm doing all the work and I ain't making none of this money. Which her mother effed up for that, because I mean, I think I heard that she, like, it wasn't like the mother was saving the money. The mother, like, spent the money, so the money is gone. So Dr. Phil tried it. He is always exploiting people, like, and people always going on his show. But I mean, I guess it's to get exposure. I guess it's to get their name out. But at what cost? At what cost?
Been hated by many people for years, but one person with even more hate is her mother, who she just cut off financially. Bhad Bhabie was accused by her mother of being in a disciplinary case where she stole her car, wielded a knife against her, and stole her credit card, which led to Bhad Bhabie going on the Dr. Phil show with her mother when she was 13 years old and becoming famous for the Catch Me Outside line. She didn't even know she became famous from that at first, where after the show she went to a 6-month teen reform camp where she had no internet access. There she claimed the camp was also abusive to her. For 6 months she was assaulted and beat by the people running it. When she did get out, she teamed up with her mother, where they sued all the companies that were using Catch Me Outside on merchandise, selling them at Walmart. She made millions doing things like rap and selling makeup on social media, but nothing compared to her 18th birthday, where she made $1 million in 12 hours on OnlyFans. Her dad, who left her at age 2, came out saying he was disgusted, saying the Hollywood system groomed her. But Bhad Bhabie's mom kept on getting worse, where even though her daughter made $53 million in 1 year and was over 18, she still wanted a cut of it. Bhad Bhabie did cut her mother off financially, saying after she did that, her mother told her she hopes she gets assaulted again. Bhad Bhabie said she'll pay for her nursing home one day with the
All of Barbara's antics on the show were just to gain pity from viewers because she had been trying to get on the Dr. Phil show since Bhad Bhabie was 2. So she would have done anything to get that fame and recognition, even if it meant throwing her daughter to the wolves. The Dr. Phil incident was bad enough, but Bhad Bhabie's mother did not stop there. She was just beginning. After her appearance on the Dr. Phil show, her mom sent her to Turnabout Ranch in Escalante, Utah, a home for troubled teens. The program basically ran like a psycho military hospital ward where they made the patients, including 13-year-old Bhad Bhabie, sleep in a sleeping bag on a hard wooden plank inside a teepee. The place was so bad that, according to her, she was as afraid of the other kids there as the instructors, who inflicted all sorts of emotional abuse on the kids. Because of the kind of environment they were in, the kids were mean to each other and instead of the instructors to make things better, they just went with it. Bhad Bhabie went on to talk about how the 6 months she spent in that facility changed her. She says she came back from it more traumatized and emotionally worn out than before she went there. And that was not even the worst part. Imagine a 13-year-old suddenly being exposed to all the toxicity on the internet, trolling, and all the weird things that come with exposure. That's how it was for Bhad Bhabie after she returned home from the ranch.
So in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that she started doing OF. I don't know what she do on OF. I don't know if she go all the way or if it's just like bikini pictures and stuff like that. I think bikini pictures is cool. You know, feet pictures is cool, but opening up and they can see the pink meat, I think that's a bit too much. I think that is like, you can't turn back from that. But yeah, like bikini pictures cute, you know, like butt poked out cute, but you got underwear on, that's cute. But whole open, I think that's a bit too much. I'm not saying she do. I don't know what she doing there. But she bought a house, $6 million cash. Because like I said, she made $50 million her first year, which is kind of something more serious to think about, that all these grown men, like, y'all know, like, she act black or whatever. I know she tried to say, oh, don't say I act black, but whatever. You act like a lot of black people act, so you know it's probably all black men that been waiting on her and stuff like that, been like looking at her that way when she's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How y'all feel about that? That people just waiting, right? Like she said, she didn't post nothing yet. Well, I'm not gonna play the audio because it's like got music playing over it. But she said she ain't even post nothing and she made $1 million in the first 6 hours. Like, that's nuts. That's goals. But that's also like, that's nuts. A regular person can't do that. But it's just a lot of, you know, just creepy men out here that you really got to be careful of, especially around your daughters. This is so important. I just want to mention this in this video. Like, I know like you get lonely, especially as a single mother, but please do not allow every man that you meet to be around your kids. I know it's hard to date, and like, I'm sorry, if it comes to like dating and raising your kids right, I feel like you should raise your kids right. I don't feel like I understand you get lonely, but you will be okay. You're lonely, you're okay. I've seen so many stories where like it's just women are so desperate sometimes. I'm sorry to say it. Well, I'm not sorry, I'm being honest. But yeah, some women are so desperate. They let every man that they just talking to meet their kids. Like, that's creepy and that's scary, and they're leaving them around their kids. Men that you don't even know, men that you don't even know their middle name, men that you don't even know their favorite color, they got childhood trauma, none of that. But you leaving them around your kids, letting them meet your kids, especially your female daughters. And I'm sorry, a lot of these men are creepy. But not for real. I know a lot of women like that I personally know, they like, y'all just be way too thirsty. Like a man still gonna be there, whatever. Don't be so thirsty that you just throwing your like, and then on top of that, they like so desperate for the man, they start being mean to their kids. Like, especially like if they child get in the way of them and that man, it's disgusting to me. All right, so Bhad Bhabie's baby father, boyfriend or whatever, she had a real toxic relationship with him. She said she loves him more than she loves herself. The only person I feel like you should love more than you love yourself is your child. But a disposable man that is putting paws on you, and I don't know their personal relationship, but he probably cheating on her too. Like, cause I just feel like if you put your paws on the person, obviously you're not a good person, so you probably cheating on them too. But I don't know if he cheating or not. But you know, I did read allegedly that he did be putting the paws on her, and then she was supposed to be leaving him like like really putting a pause on her. And she was supposed to be living with him. She asked for help and then deleted it, I guess, because he probably brainwashed her and told her, some, them sweet nothings, and she just forgot about it, or, she didn't want to leave or whatever. And I think that's really dangerous. Like when females, they date men that are scary, they're dangerous, they're mean. I wouldn't take, like, I'm a different breed or whatever. So I'm not taking nobody that cheat back, and I'm like older now. So I'm not taking nobody that cheat back, and I ain't taking nobody that beat me back. But if I had to choose between the two, you could cheat. But beating, I say no to beating, because it's like irreversible. Like that man can go too far one day and you gone. Like you out of here. Like you cannot come back now. Like, cause it's like, it's irreversible, and like, it's just bad. Like if somebody is putting their hands on you, you got to leave. Like, cause if you're staying with, in my opinion, if you stand with a man that's beating on you, you don't love your child. I'm sorry. I know y'all be brainwashed and stuff like that, but you don't love your child, because you putting yourself in a position where you can be taken away from your kids, man. Oh, and this is one of the last final things that I want to mention, because y'all know I like to talk. But if you love a man more than you love yourself, or like if you going to cheat, take a cheating man back, please do not tell this man that, because they going to just take advantage. Like if she said that on Instagram, I'm sure he's seen her story, so he know that. So he know he can do whatever he wants with her. Like he probably could put her in a cult if he really wanted to. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how far my mind go.
Sad reality is you cannot help someone that does not want to be helped. The sad thing is she posted those videos asking for help, but she quickly took them down because she knew the public would have an opinion of her going back. She's obviously not ready to leave this man, which is so sad. Because for him to yank her completely and throw her to the ground and just walk away. And I don't know if you guys saw her busted eye. And it's just super crazy because even what she said on her Instagram story about loving the man more than she loves herself spoke it all. Because to me, it's crazy to love yourself that less to let a man beat you. Because we are only seeing the physical abuse and I can't even imagine the emotional, the verbal. The only thing you could do in these type of situations is pray for this person. Because it is hard to leave a situation, especially when you're so in love with someone. Because to see comments say, oh, she should leave. I understand why she wouldn't leave and just be beaten up. You will never understand until you're in these type of situations. I personally don't understand. But I can only wish that she'll do better, get better, and leave this man. For her or for her kid.
This story was super heavy, but I think I kind of made it a little bit lighthearted, not too much. But yeah, like this is definitely a cautionary tale. Like, man, when y'all having these kids, please love your daughters, please love your sons, because it's like there's certain things that you do, it shapes them and molds them for everything. Just think about her toxic mother, and her father left when she was 2. Now she loved this man more than she loved herself. And I wish she would leave, but you can't tell somebody that's in a situation like that to leave. So I wouldn't even say that. You know what I mean? If I was her, I would leave, but I wouldn't be like, oh, she should leave him, because when they're in that situation, they brainwash, and so no, she's not gonna leave until she's ready, and until she had enough. Maybe it's a near death experience. You know what I mean? And if Dr. Phil is still on the air, he definitely need to do better. And they when they found that out, and if he was really still letting other kids go to this camp, he need to be reprimanded. Don't forget to tell me what you think about the video, and turn the post notification bells on if you do decide to subscribe, and follow me on IG, y'all. We can chat there, and y'all can send me some video recommendations with the backstory on there. But anyway, for those of you guys who trying to make some money online, stay tuned. The year is coming to an end, and you can make a decision to change your life by the end of the year. I have took the course, Ultimate Branding course, and that's really what helped me grow my YouTube so fast this time around. And this course will teach you how to make money, it doesn't matter which platform, but online, able to easily sell to your audience online. Y'all scrolling for free anyway, you might as well get paid for it. Look, I started taking this course because I seen it on Instagram first, and I seen a few people made $1 million in 6 months from what they learned in this course and reselling this course. And I'll be honest, I didn't really want to resell a course at first. I have sold courses before and they did very, very well. I love digital products, but I didn't really want to resell a course. But look, if it happened for them and they was having much success in it, making the kind of money that I want to make, like I want to be a millionaire. I don't got to make it in no 6 months, but like, you know, I want to make it in a year. So look, I took that jump and it's definitely working for me as well. Like it's changing lives. Like I said, a couple people, you know, a lot of people, they making like $3,000 a day from selling this exact course. And the course teach you everything of how to sell it or just how to sell online, period. So the course is all of that and a bag of chips. I'm gonna pin it in the comment section.